Hello, everyone. My name is Jacob Wade, and it's an honor to be here to speak with you guys. I wish I could be there, but some travel arrangements came up, and I'm not able to make it. So, first of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you to the Mnsat conference. I'm glad you guys are there, and I am the NEP officer for the KSF Space. I've been working with the KSF Space for almost 2 years now, maybe a little over 2 years, and it's a great company, and we're doing some amazing things here. I have a space systems engineering degree from Morehead State University in Kentucky, and I worked on some satellites that are in space right now in my undergrad, and now I currently work for a company for the DoD. So that's a little bit about me. So I am the primary project manager for the world's first NanoSatellite engineering professional certification. Got the copy right here. You guys should definitely get a copy today or soon, because this thing is awesome. Not to toot my own horn, just want to be real. And thank you for all the people that put in a lot of hard work and dedication into this book. It was a big effort, and we got it published within a year of time once we started, and that's a whole lot of the credit is due to all the wonderful contributors and other authors and everybody that worked on that book. I'm very happy and very proud of everyone. And soon, once you get the book, you'll be getting one of these. I am a NanoSatellite engineering professional. You get a nice, pretty certification, and you get to upgrade yourself, grow, become a better professional and a better engineer, and also just a better, more well-rounded, learned person. So I'm going to give a presentation today about the NanoSatellite Engineering Professional Certification. Just a little bit of background about it, and how it's going to benefit you, and little details about it. So I'm glad you guys are here, and let's get started. Thank you. This is the KSF Space NanoSatellite Engineering Professional Certification. Again, my name is Jacob Wade, and I am the NEP officer for the KSF Space. So let's get started. This here is the NanoSatellite Engineering Professional Certification. This book is $50 on Amazon, and the Editions Universities Europeans, they published this book for us in Germany. It was a great thing of them to do for us and help us out. We are available on Amazon and also on their website to get the book. And this book is about 200 pages. It covers a lot of things. We'll get into those. And it took us about a year and a half to publish. We are currently starting to develop a second version, and also some other things to come. So this is the authors, reviewers, and contributors, and then the table of contents, just to give you an idea of what this book covers without going into each chapter and boring you guys to death. So we have here Dr. Kayali. Wonderful man. He's one of the main people who got the Mnsat started, and he also contacted me about getting this book started. So I'm glad to be a part of the team in the KSF Space. He's done some wonderful things. The KSF Space Foundation is in the UK. Rhonda Milron is the CEO and co-founder of Interorbital Systems. And I am the NEP project manager, and as you can see, there are many contributors from across the world that just brought their wonderful expertise to this book and to this program, and without the help of them, this couldn't have been done. They put in a lot of hours, and we all had to work very hard all the time, talking weekly about what we want to do, how we want to organize it, and just everybody worked hard, and they put their work in, and this wouldn't have been completed without them, so I give them all the credit. I wish I could put every single person on the front as the author, but they wouldn't let me, so I had to do just the project manager. So no offense taken to anybody who contributed to this book. You guys did your part. We all did our part, and I'm glad we can deliver this to you guys and help you guys grow as individuals and companies and universities and engineers. The table of contents starts off with the chapter 1 and 2 are mainly just a review of the NanoSatellite architecture and the CubeSat structure or the SmallSat structure. We cover the mission statement and objective to help you understand how to begin your mission, what are the main key components you need to have. A little bit about the users and consumers and the space environment and risk, but you know that everybody is pretty much aware of the space environment, how harsh and unforgiving it is. Chapter 2 covers 1U, 2U, and 3U CubeSats and also CanSats, which are becoming a lot more popular. And you know there's tons of different CubeSats out there. They have 6U, 4U, but these all stem from the main 1, 2, and 3U that are the originators of this type of spacecraft. Then we move into Chapter 3, Component Technologies. This goes into the main computers, main drivers of your computers on the satellite. So your microcontrollers, FPGAs, your CNDH mainly are ran by those type of devices. Your sensors, your telemetry, also your solar cell physics and overviews, how to power your batteries, and also PCBs. So this gives you kind of a top-down level of top type of components and technologies you need in your CubeSat or SmallSat that are very popular, and you know every spacecraft has to have these type of things in them, not necessarily what we said in this book, but it is very necessary to have these components. Then we move into software development. Discrete system, discrete dynamics, states, finite machines, transitions, hardware and embedded systems, microcontrollers, DSP processors. Also we have graphics, concurrence, multitasking, and scheduling. So this goes deeper into the software development from the component technologies, which mainly talks more about hardware. So you have your hardware, your software, your spacecraft bus. Then we move into satellite ground networking station. So this is the very important, obviously, so you need to have a satellite ground station set up for your network and your data challenges for data exchange and how you're going to get your telemetry up to your spacecraft and down to your spacecraft to Earth. Requirement, strategical importance of data sharing. You know, who's going to get the data? How are we going to distribute the data? How are we going to interpret the data? What kind of data are we wanting to take? What's the best way to collect this data and for the customers and the users? Is this going to be for a scientific mission? Is it going to be for collecting data for other spacecrafts? Is this going to be a relay satellite to talk to other small sats around the world for a mesh network? Two-way communication network and policy constraints. You know, we have a lot of networks and two-way communications from the Earth to the satellite and back, uplink and downlink. And also the constraints, you know, you have the FFA, all those people, the FAA, the Federal Aviation, the space people, the space companies that are all controlling the traffic and also the frequencies and the bandwidths that you're working with. The open data policy, satellite traffic network, global satellite traffic network. That's a big one because you got to think of all the spacecraft orbiting the Earth right now. You know, all those types of small sats and massive satellites that are old and big as big as buses up there and cars. How are they all going to globally traffic their network so you're not interfering or picking up someone else's signal when you're trying to only talk to your spacecraft? And then, of course, the challenges and the opportunities of data sharing, data gathering, and communicating with your satellite. So chapter 6 is computing and attitude control. This goes into definition and concepts and a little intro of what computing and attitude control is. You have attitude dynamics, disturbance torques, sensors and actuators, and then control. So this is some common ways and also some advanced ways of how to control your satellite in orbit and how to control your torques and the way you want to look into the sky. Either you facing down to Earth for remote sensing, or you looking into deep space for collecting data and for astronomy missions. You have sensors and actuators that are going to control the torques and the orientation of your satellite. Then we go into propulsion. The main thing we talked about here is Hall thrusters. We have a little introduction, the thruster operations and principles, how mainly these Hall thrusters work, ionizing strength and scaling. How do you want to have your Hall thrusters working on your satellite? You know, you're going to have ionized particles coming through and out of your thrusters in your propulsion system. So how are you going to gather these and control these particles and high energy atoms and particles to control your spacecraft? And we talk about Hall thruster efficiency, power loss, plasma electron temperature, and we go into a lot of stuff about this. This is an emerging technology coming into spacecrafts and satellites because a lot of people are trying to get into deep space again, which is awesome. This is great for us in the satellite and space world, because we'll never run out of a job. You know, we'll always be developing and trying to get the next best spacecraft up in space. And I challenge you guys to keep doing that because it's great. I love it. Then we go to Chapter 8, Power System, Telecoms, and Thermal Management. You have spacecraft power systems and components like the solar array, the power control unit, the power distribution unit, the battery, the harnesses, satellite antennas, your ground antenna, and your link analysis. Those are very key for your communications. Without communications, you basically just have a dead chunk of aluminum and technology floating in space, which no one wants that. It's a big waste of money and time and effort. In Chapter 9, there is launch opportunities and development. Oh yeah, and chapter 8 also talks about thermal control. How are you going to control your satellite in space, and different techniques to control your satellite thermal, like everybody knows the heat sinks and things like that, but there are also some interesting ways to control your thermal risks, and we talk about those in this book as well. Chapter 9 is the launch opportunities and development. There's different type of launchers, different orbits, the launch cost, launch service providers and opportunities. What are the main strategies to get your NanoSatellite into space? You know, who are the main players, the big players? These things are all becoming very important because everybody's developing CubeSats and SmallSats now, but the launch opportunities and launch times and schedules and cost are a driver for this, and the more and more people want to launch, the more and more harder it is to launch because everybody's booked up. So how are you going to have a good strategy to get your NanoSatellite launched? And the launch date pretty much gives you your drop dead date of the timeline of when you need to get your satellite on that launch vehicle rocket to get it into space. And, it explains why nanosatellites are deployed mainly in LEO. But as we can see, we are sending bigger CubeSats, 6U, 7U, 10U CubeSats to the moon. We're going to sending them to Mars, actually. That mission was a breakthrough. That is awesome. That's a huge advancement in small sats and CubeSats. And that's just one small step of how we're going to get going into this space realm with small sats dominating space, and how we're going to use those to cultivate the moon and cultivate Mars and try to get settlements up there. And we need these satellites to go to those places to do missions of studying their atmospheres and their soil and all this remote sensing for us before we even get there, so we know what to expect. And then there is the launch regulations and policy. This one is mainly an overview of the regulations and policies for space. It's kind of hard to write a whole chapter on this because wherever you are in the world, your regulations and policies will be different, and they're always changing and updating, especially with the way the rapid growth of the space industry and satellite industry is booming. So becoming NEP certified. Everybody should want to do this. So the basic model and information, the certification is available on the KSF website, and it's for $800. Once bought and registered, they will be given an account with the chapters and of the certification, and to be given exam access once completed. You will also be able to get a hard copy of the book for Amazon for $50, as I said. And if you want to represent the KSF space on the website, which will be very helpful and beneficial for both parties, we encourage that. And you can then, once you become NEP certified, you can offer trainings and tutoring videos and different types of lessons and services for people, and put them on your website to get your brand and your knowledge and growth out there. You can share to your employees of your professional network and get them certified, and the list goes on and on down the chain of command. And this also, we encourage you to become a partner of the KSF space and present the NEP certification course to anywhere you want to go once you become certified. So we want to thank you for your interest, and we just want to better the world. We want everybody to be knowledgeable and able to get their satellite into space, and this is the main driven purpose for this NanoSatellite certification. If you have any questions, you can email me at KSF NEP at KSF Space, or you can also contact KSF Space at info@KSF Space. So here is a little bit more about the book. As you can see, the main basis of it is for how to employ nanosatellites, how to develop nanosatellites, and how to operate those once they're in space. Once these chapters are read and completed, you get a nice looking engineering professional certification, as I showed you in the beginning. And we have a lot of nice looking graphics in the book here to show you, an exploded CAD model of a CubeSat, just the basic structures and what goes on board. And this, as I said before, this book is the world's first, and it's the program of curriculum developed by engineering professionals from the KSF Space Foundation, and is targeted for universities, startup companies, and also anyone in the space industry worldwide to enlighten engineers, teachers of constructing and developing your own nanosatellite. Once you get ready to take your exam, you go online to speedyexam.net. It's a 45-minute exam with 50 questions. And you have to pass the exam with the 75%, and then we'll send over your certification, and you can begin growing and expanding your network and getting everyone else around you, your company, your university, knowledgeable about this, and get your satellite developed and into space. I love that picture. It looks nice, don't it? So KSF services, KSF Space Services for the NEP. So we have tutoring service and virtual learning using Udemy. This company is great. They allow you to film yourself as a video and also present your presentation for your content. All 10 chapters are on there. We are almost done with the development of this, and I've been working hard on this to get these tutoring lessons out to people. So even though you have the book, you might not understand something, and you need a little bit of clarity on certain different things. So that's why we created this, and just another awesome service we provide for this book to help get you certified. There is a special of the NEP certification and book for $2.99. That is a steal if you ask me. You know, it was $77.99, but we're giving it to you guys for $2.99 right now. So jump on this while you can before it takes off. I want everybody there at Mnsat to become NanoSatellite certified. It's going to be awesome to come back next year. Hopefully I'll be there and to meet everybody who's certified, and we can all start our own club and start launching satellites together. Also, the KSF Space is always looking for partnerships on how to better the NEP certification and also just the KSF Space as a whole. We love partnerships. We're looking for people who are wanting to grow STEM education and also just satellite awareness to anywhere in the world. We love to just make people better and help them grow. So if you offer a very unique and cool service that helps people learn or can help people run simulations or different types of things, let us know. Feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to talk. Benefits of becoming a KSF Space member. Right there. Okay, so it recognizes space engineering skills across the globe. The NEP is accredited. It is a perfect addition to all aerospace engineers or systems engineers or any kind of engineer, honestly. It enhances small sat skills to international employers everywhere in the world. It doesn't matter. An NEP credential will become globally recognized and required, and becoming NEP certified helps the aerospace engineering world recognize needed skill sets. So, you know, this is just going to make you a better and a highly sought after candidate because of this certification and your knowledge of CubeSats and small sats and the way the market's growing. It also reveals the ability for you to handle challenging and complex satellite projects. The NEP exam is based on space engineering education and experience from all these people around the world. You know, we put a big plan together, and we all decided that these were the main things that you need to know when starting your satellite. And these are all great ideas and great chapters that are going to help you get a boost and getting to your mission. And each user will have the chance for collaborating and networking with other NEP professionals around the world, which can also certainly increase the chances of professional success and development, not only for yourself, but for your companies. Users will be ahead of other NEP professionals in terms of nanosatellite engineering knowledge, as well as its application in the field of nanosatellites. And once you obtain your NEP credential, it allows the user to reach out to potential employers from across the globe. These things are wonderful because you have developing countries that want to get into space. You can reach out to them. Hey, I'm a nanosatellite engineering professional. I would like to help you guys do this. And you can help them get off the ground and also teach them as well and just, pay it forward. And that's the way that life should be. Everybody deserves a chance to learn and to know things, especially things that they want to do and they want to accomplish. And as seen in the Sat News magazine, in 2017, there will be great demand for the NEP certified employees, especially the way that space is growing. The space industry, I mean. So KSF Space membership is at a discount on the IEEE conference registration, leading international and technical conferences. You get a discount at the NMSAT conference that you're at right now. Your organization and institute will be included in our official media guide and press release via KSF Space Media and Aerospace Magazine partners in the U.S. and the U.K. The ability to participate in the most KSF Space program and activities, and most of those. Certificate recognition by the KSF Space. You get a discount on technical consulting and launch services for your micro and nano satellite projects that we offer. You also get a discount on the NanoSatellite Engineering Professional Certification, what we talked about. The priority is to include our organization and institute in future collaboration in space projects held by KSF Space and our partners. So we love partners, as I talked about. You get quarterly emails talking about the latest news and announcements. And there are 65 members and counting, and they're from all over the world, which is awesome. Membership is free for an individual, and a corporate membership is $900. So here is an overview of the KSF Space. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or reach out to Dr. Kayali and anybody else there at the KSF Space. They all know about this NanoSatellite Engineering Professional. Thank you guys for your time and for everything you guys done and for being there at the Mnsat conference. I know it's awesome and great, and I wish I could be there, but hopefully next year. And again, just go get this book. You'll be very excited on nanosatellite engineering, and also everyone will benefit from this, including yourself. So thank you for your time, and I hope you guys are enjoying your stay in Morocco, and everybody just have a wonderful day, and thank you again.